Welcome back to channel -8. I'm Carter. This is my co-host Storm. Today we have our lovely sponsor, Oh, good lord.
Yeah. TD Bunnies,
TD
well-crafted,
Bunnies.
well-sculpted, out of authentic, hand-grown TD moss.
TD Moss, yes.
We
A
support
gift
them.
for everyone.
Yes, yeah, as you can see by the bow here.
Christmas, birthdays, holidays, Thanksgiving,
Anything
Mother's
but Easter,
Day.
basically.
Anything but Easter.
Correct. But we support TD World and all of their creative outlets and inventions, even when they make moss bunnies.
Yeah, and they support us by full financial coverage.
Yes. We've upgraded our set, as you can see. We have identical matching mugs now.
Yeah, cheers.
Full of liquid, definitely still. But yes, so this is our sponsor here today, and now we will not have to look at it anymore. Continuing on with local news, Carter.
Yes, in local news. Actually, not local news. That's next. Headlines. Do you have too many children? The answer may not surprise you.
But we'll get to that after we cut to weather with Weatherstorm. Oh, thanks, Storm. All right, to weather, here we go. Today, in the forecast, as you can see clearly along my handy green screen high-tech graph, we have light showers and intermittent rains, followed up by more thunderstorm, lightning and rain coming in over the course of the weekend. Yeah, folks, I can tell you, things are for sure gonna be bad if my graphs here indicate anything. See the red splotches covered by the green? I'm sure that means you're in for it. Although on Tuesday, as you can see as well, Hurricane Carter will be touching base down here along the lower south side of the coast and moving up into your rural home areas. So flee, run, and scream in terror, because you can always trust your local weatherman. By Thursday, it'll be raining cats and dogs and, what's that I see here? Old women, apparently, and lots of other different extremities and odds and raining gear. So get out those umbrellas, ladies and gentlemen, and prepare, because there's a thunderstorm incoming. It's going to get bad. By Friday, apparently, we're going to have a full-scale Armageddon, Mayhem-ageddon, if you will, 1 week from today, and we'll be seeing all sorts of calamities, atrocities, and all sorts of other synonyms for that word. Back to you, Storm. Well, that's not ominous at all.
Okay.
I don't know how to continue from here.
I guess we'll go over to sports.
Or whatever. Yeah.
So, back with sports. So, in the other news of sports, the Celtics and the Yankees play in the Super Bowl next weekend. Very exciting. Lots of people have their bets in. I'm a Celtics fan, definitely. They're big favorite to win. The Olympics are introducing 3 new sports this coming year. We have underwater basket weaving. It's been a long time coming. Competitive sleeping is a new sport. It's kind of kept under the radar. And insulting your opponent's mother. That's sure to be a interesting one. And then finally, we have some rather interesting news here. Our weatherman Storm will be competing against newsman Storm in a duel to the death. Coming soon. Back to the desk. Thanks, Carter. And now, politics.
Oh, politics.
For those of you who don't know, there is a political storm a-brewing. Not this one, of course, but there's election coming up for the new chief of television for America.
All television for America?
Yes, the chief television officer.
It's pretty big, gang.
It's extremely big.
Huge, you might say.
Huge. Billions and billions of dollars are made every year by television, and as such, someone has to regulate it.
We have some candidates lined up?
Yes, 2 candidates. One of them is a clear favorite in the running. Super intelligent, really business-minded. I believe this candidate is running under a platform of... I believe they're running under a platform of inclusion and epicness, as they have quoted.
Epicness?
They have quoted, quote, "I will make television epic again." So,
would you like to see television made epic again?
Yeah, big spectacles, lots of CGI. I think that's the direction this candidate is really trying to take us.
Well, I have insider information that the other candidate on the flip side of this this election is also, in fact, not far behind the first candidate in the polls, at least the numbers. We haven't had actually any votes yet, but from the pollings we've seen so far, we can see that one candidate is at least has some popularity, has some fan following. This candidate is supposedly one with the jorts, as they say.
The jorts.
Yes, he's running for more of a
Jimothy jorts?
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Okay.
He's running for more of a hip, a more modern, with the times campaign flow. You know, exactly. He is kind of a beach man, a low, down to earth kind of guy who enjoys a good set of country music, but also he can get with it in hip hop and the radio and whatever the kids say these days. He's apparently very popular with ladies.
Yes, the quote I've heard from the New York Times, they quote, "He is dippin' and dappin', and he know what's happening." So,
well, you heard it here first.
So some definite good press there.
Even though we have a clear front runner right now, who knows where this election will carry us?
As we know, polling is highly inaccurate and possibly fake. We don't know how to take polls, so.
Whereas our local weatherman is highly accurate and very much a doomsday sayer, so.
Yeah, he hasn't been wrong ever, which is surprising. That's right. We have the one weatherman here at Channel -8 who has never had an incorrect prediction, as opposed to your normal weatherman.
Yeah.
Who's right half of the day, you know.
Yeah, half of the day, but then the night comes around and then, yeah. But you can always be sure that whatever the weather will be, at the end of the day, it's night.
This is true.
That's what we believe here firmly on Channel -8. However,
let's go to news.
News. All right. Well, that was politics, gang. Stay tuned for the election in a couple of weeks, where we're gonna see that's going on. Not to mention news. Stuff's going on in this great nation of God's green earth. Things are happening, aren't they?
Yeah. This is a rather current topic, right? Extremely. It's happening. Who knows what's going on? But Elon Musk previously bought Twitter.
Oh.
Story still developing. People might be quitting.
People might be rejoining. He's cutting salaries. He's raising salaries. He's all over the place. Yeah.
What do we think about that?
Well, it was a $44 billion purchase.
Pocket change.
For him. But yeah, our good old Musk man is now taking over the social media world. There are a lot of people on Twitter who are like, bad or good or whatever. But here on the news, we stick to the facts. We're not going to say whether this is a good or a bad thing. We're just here to say it happened. What kind of repercussions do we see in the future for the good old Tweedo?
Well, I think the platform, at least his claims, are totally free speech platform, no moderation, which I believe, as the expert analyst here, in terms of that side, I believe that this will have the effect of awful trolls.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we think we have bad trolling now, but it will get so much worse.
Yes.
But on the plus side, they are free to say whatever the heck they want to say.
Yeah, I mean, gotta give it to them.
So we are protecting their constitutional right.
Wait, if you are the expert analyst, what am I? What does that make me?
The apprentice analyst.
The apprentice analyst.
I'm the expert in news analyst and political analyst. You are the expert in... What are you an expert in?
I honestly don't know. So you're the EA and I'm the AA?
Yeah.
You can call me Double A.
You're the
battery man.
desk expert.
Whoa, that's a mouthful. You heard it here from your local dexpert that Twitter is going down in flames.
Yeah.
But at least they're surpassing Facebook still. And TikTok.
Well,
number one in polls right now is something. I think Twitter's number 2 for social media.
Yeah.
But
the real what change? And you previously just said that we're the news and we're only supposed to state the facts, yada yada. That's just false. What do newscasters do today? They bring on people and they say, "What's your opinion?" And so I ask you, Storm, what's your opinion?
Well, my opinion on this whole ordeal is that if we're really going to look into the in-depth analytics of the Twitter polls and social declines and rises over the past while, they've actually gone down, right? We see that Twitter hasn't been doing as well as they've been doing as a whole due to this nifty graph that I'm going to throw up behind me. See, you can tell that back here in the 2010s, Twitter was doing okay. It was up here with this number of millions, whatevers, and now it's doing down here, not as good.
Trending down.
Yes, exactly. It's probably a generic graph. But still, nevertheless, perhaps we will see a major shift here. Either it'll drop all the way down suddenly and we'll have just a continue of this trend because of the Twitter management stuff, or if we see Twitter popularity start to go back up, we can tell that maybe Musk made the right decision.
Maybe. Who knows?
Just like the apocalypse, only time will tell.
You know what else time will tell? Time will tell that ... help / oh, okay, it appears our teleprompter's broken.
Oh!
So, let's go off script here. Time will tell that watches will go out of style.
Watches?
Watches.
Where'd my watch go?
Exactly.
Did it walk out of style?
Everyone used to wear watches. Now, do you see a watch? No.
What time is it?
How do you don't know? You don't have a watch.
Everyone has their telephones now. Okay. I know what time it is. The world is under control again.
Yeah. And that little black box right there, it's garbage.
Yeah.
It tells the time instead of making phone calls. No one ever makes phone calls anymore.
That's true. Making phone calls is a lost art. Well, I remember back in my day, we had to go to the wall to get the phone connected from there.
Yeah, and you couldn't walk away to the other room. You had to stand there in public and make your phone call.
And have the patience to like do the dial thing, like all around.
Said, hello, operator. I would like to speak to yada yada.
And then if the operator didn't know who they were, then you're toast. The operator will have to have the knowledge of every single person ever on the phone lines.
Yeah. And well, that's how it worked.
Yeah.
You called the operator, and then yada yada, they connected you with whoever you wanted.
Standing by.
They were omnipotent.
Where's my banana when I need it? Omnipotent operators. Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, phone's bad. We need to revert. I know it's oversaid. We need to revert back to our roots. We need to return to the barter system.
I thought you were going to say the wheel.
Yeah, we need to return to unicycles. One wheel automobiles.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can respect that.
People don't exercise enough balance these days.
Instead of a unicycle, we want a unicycle.
Wally?
No, we don't want it. We want a unicycle Segway. So it's motorized unicycle. So you just like stand on it and you pedal, and it just goes. Whew.
Yeah, just but a full car, so you can feel like a bunch of seats on it, right? I think that's a great invention.
No, you just
patent pending.
Yes. So you just take a car and you raise it up and put one wheel under it.
Yeah. Speaking of segues, this could be a segue to something else, but my sheet is totally empty, so I don't know what to talk about. Whoa!
Good.
Hey, where'd our table go?
Table?
Yes, the table we just had right in front of us.
Oh yeah. I guess that segment's over.
What do I do with my stack of paper? I guess I'll just toss them on the ground. Well, we're back. Welcome back, everyone, to the Morning Mayhem Talkshow.
I think we've said welcome back multiple times today.
Well, we need to make this a welcoming place, Carter. You have to understand.
No.
Yes, a welcoming place where people can come and listen to two guys talk about the things they really need to listen to.
So you want to be that, you want to be that friend's mom who has like the welcome mat that says like, we're so glad you're here, and then you walk inside and there's like the inspirational signs, that kind of welcoming.
Well, maybe a little bit different. Maybe like a more of a welcome, but then also captivate them and then take their souls. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But I think that as a talk show, we were talking about the ratings earlier. Remember, our ratings. Here's another graph. Our ratings have been declining as well, but actually they've only been declining since the last episode.
Is that how ratings work?
Yeah, it's a little nifty graph.
Oh.
Yeah, look at it like twirls a little bit and then it goes up and then it comes down over here and then like a drop and then it like twirls around here and then goes over there.
Yeah.
It's all over the place.
I don't know how to read graphs.
I was hoping you did because I don't either. But I think we need to make it a more welcoming place so that people are inclined to stay. Sit with us, have a nice drink, pull up a chair, get a cozy couch, and watch us at 5 in the morning every Friday. Whoa.
Oh, careful. You have to do it fast enough where if it goes in a full circle, the water stays at the bottom, right?
Well, this thing's almost full. I don't know if I can pull that off.
Well, you almost failed, but yeah, you have to whoosh,
Whoosh. You know what we haven't done? A country episode. A southern... Wait. We have done like 20 of those.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Multiple times.
Anyway, how was your week?
Not bad.
I think now we can break out the opinions, now that we're done with the facts.
My opinion is actually... let's bring up something that I mentioned to you the other night.
Oh. What are you going to say? I'm scared now.
Homosexuality.
Okay.
If you're gay. You're dating someone who's the same size as you.
Yes.
Do you get to wear their clothes?
I think probably.
And
right?
if you take it a step farther, do you get to leave the seat up?
Okay, let's tackle the first one, and only the first one. Probably, I think so, right? Disclaimer: we are not gay.
Nor are we the same size.
Yes, I am larger. No, but no. But
New topic.
You are the worst. New topic. You know what I think?
How do they get the caffeine out of decaf coffee?
How did they get the gluten out of the bread?
We just make it without gluten.
That's not how bread works. Isn't gluten like fundamentally in the grain?
No, isn't gluten the yeast?
Isn't yeast grain? Isn't that the same thing?
But you can make it out of alternate sources.
Is that what they do? They don't take it out. They just like make it from something else.
Yeah. But
What?
but coffee is just the beans. So how do you take the caffeine out of the bean?
I don't know.
How do you like? But there's the farmers in the fields.
Yeah,
they're
I'm aware.
milking the beans and getting coffee,
Yes.
and somehow they like put it through a strainer and they take the caffeine out. What do they do with the caffeine?
They make espresso. Because remember, espresso has double caffeine.
Aha. So
Right?
they take the decaf caffeine, they put it in espresso.
That's where espresso comes from. I think the logic's sound.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
The
All right.
more you know.
Do you want to newsflash into a couple questions before we explode and die?
That didn't work
Hey,
at all.
what are you talking about? Oh, remember that segue from earlier? Segue
Segue.
into some questions. I think we got to
Sure.
give the fans what they want.
Let's segue.
All right. The first question is: if you could be a furry for a day without any repercussions, would you? No. Honestly, I
Who
wouldn't.
asked that?
Grace did.
Grace, I hate you.
Yeah. No, I would not.
Just kidding.
We like you.
No. Indifference.
Ambience.
Ambiance.
Jonah, our good friend from the fishing episode. Remember when we were fishing and we caught him? Good times.
No.
Jonah asks, how will the existence of cream cheese affect music?
I assume that some songs have been written about cream cheese.
That'd be a curious Google.
I would be more surprised if there wasn't anything about cream cheese than if there was. There's songs about literally everything.
Really? I feel like mac and cheese, definitely. But cream cheese and like bagels?
There's got to be a bagel song.
Did they mention cream cheese?
You can't mention bagels without mentioning cream cheese.
I wonder if it's a Kanye cream cheese song.
God.
That sounds like it exists,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Oh, imagine if you made an instrument out of cream cheese.
Like hardened cream cheese, like a harp.
No. Like you just took a mallet and you smushed cream cheese, and it just made a little squishing sound every time. And that was like instead of a bass drum, it just goes. Whoosh, whoosh.
Yeah, like that.
Patent pending as well.
Hey, we were full of good ideas today.
Racking up the patents.
That's all I'm saying. All right. Megan asks, what's the absolute worst thing about Europe? Well, there's a lot of things.
I was gonna say, woo.
A couple things going on. But what takes the cake?
Okay, let's just narrow it down to like the top
North
4 or 5.
America gang.
Top 4 or 5 worst things.
Okay.
Currency.
The euro? What's wrong with the euro?
What do you mean what's wrong with the euro? You have to go get it changed everywhere.
No, that's the whole point of the euro. Like they were like it sucks. You have to change it everywhere. Let's make a currency we mostly all use.
Right, but to go to Europe, we have to change
Oh,
our money
we
to
do,
euros. Yeah. Pain in the butt.
But that's not specific to Europe. That's everywhere. You have to get your money changed to yen. Yeah, or yucks if you're in Sudan. I don't know.
Accents. The
Yeah.
accents all suck.
Except in Italy, where they're great. I think Italy's the Europe's exception. Although that's like Mediterranean area. Northern Europe, kind of like drudgy and pretzel-y. Ever been to Drusselstein? It's just pretzels there. I tried to get my Drusselstein driving license, and I failed the test 3 times.
Oh.
They make you drive off a cliff and see if you can.
Well,
Drive.
driving, they drive in England. They drive on the wrong side of the road because they think they're better than everyone else, and it makes less sense.
You know why that is? Because
dumb.
there's no bridges connecting England anywhere, so they don't have to switch the roads at all.
What are you talking about?
So, you know how in the UK...
You can drive from England to France.
What? That's a thing? There are bridges?
There has to be.
There's no bridges. There's no way. It's boats. It's boats, and there's like an underwater train, I'm pretty sure. I do not think there... Dude, the English Channel is huge.
There has to be.
Because then they'd have to switch the road. When you get into, like, Gaul or Germany or France.
Just have a little diverging diamond.
No, wait. I mean, yeah.
We have one of those in Atlanta.
A stoplight, yeah.
It's a stoplight, and you drive on the wrong side of the road for a bit, and then you go back.
On a bridge? In what point would they do that?
On the other side of the bridge.
I don't know. I don't think it makes much sense. The English Channel is also very wide.
You know what? I know what the absolute worst thing about Europe is.
What?
As much as they hate all of the other Europeans, right? Each country hates everyone else around them.
Yep.
You know what they hate even more? Tourists.
Which is us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like the English hate the French, they hate the Germans, they hate the Spanish, they hate everyone who isn't them. They hate the Irish, they hate the Scottish. But they all hate us.
Mm-hmm.
Just because we're not from there.
Well, to be fair,
That's
what are we
dumb.
doing right now? Hating on them because they're not from here.
That's different.
Because it's us.
Because we're not foreigners. They're the foreigners.
Well, no, wait. If we're the tourists, then we're the foreigners.
No, we're on foreign country, but they're still foreigners.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, like, we're not aliens to the aliens? Okay.
I don't know.
I can accept that logic.
Europe's yeah.
Europe,
Although,
Europe wonk.
You know, another funny thing about Europe, I feel like if you take a train, you know how there's lots of trains just going through scenic Europe, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like the odds are if you're on one of those trains, you'll be on that train with at least 5 to 10 girls in their mid-20s who are going on an excursion to discover themselves.
In Europe?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
They're like, I want to take a backpacking trip across Europe. Just like everyone else my age and gender.
Just go. Wait, hold the phone. Just go.
Not that I know a lot of people who want to do that.
Just go to Italy. All good things
Go to Russia.
can be found in Italy. Except for
St. Petersburg. You don't find St. Petersburg. The Basilica?
You know what you can't find in Italy? A lot of snow. If you go to the Alps, right? Which is like the border.
North Italy has some snow.
Okay. I enjoy snow. I like cold weather.
Next question.
Alright, next question. What's the best meme you've ever seen? There's a funny phenomenon where when you try to explain a meme with words, it doesn't work, right? You have to show the person.
Yes, this phenomena is best seen when your parents are attempting to describe a meme to you.
Yes, or if you're like for some reason a fool and trying to undertake that same task in their direction. But anyway, that aside, there was this one meme I saw the other day, guys. No, where it was like Big Chungus and he was like fat. It was super funny.
Big Chungus is the best meme.
Well, you know it.
There's another phenomenon that is someone asks you a question about your favorite such and such, and you immediately can't name a single one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I have favorite things.
While we cannot name our favorite meme here.
Name your favorite Juice WRLD song. Name a Juice WRLD song.
Fighting Demons Already Dead.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go, there's two.
But still, it was like a, well, I know about it.
Yeah, I was like, wait, which one?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Come and Go is also great.
Yeah, I don't know.
Man of the Year.
Yeah,
Now I can think of it.
If you're on the Discord, I'll send my favorite meme there.
Yeah.
Later.
And I want to see your favorite memes.
Yeah. Hey, chuck all those memes down. Make us laugh. Make us go the ha ha hoo 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 hoo. And I don't know. You won't get anything good, but yeah. All right. Next question. And this is from Megan. What is your greatest accomplishment in life?
Ooh. I mean, I have so many. It's
I mean, yeah. This man right here, first one to the top of Mount Everest.
accomplished.
No, sorry, you're the first one to the bottom of Mount Everest. That's right. Got it.
Yeah, I went with a group and we all hiked up, and it was so cold. I just chucked myself down the mountain, and I was like, "Bro, I'm first one down the mountain."
Yeah, you did it.
First one of the group.
Speaking of mountains, you know where I want to go one day? Grand Teton. Pretty cool mountain out in the Rockies of Colorado.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be one of the pointiest mountains.
I'm trying to think. What's the death rate of Everest? It's like 1 in 10 or something.
I think it's more than that.
From that, 1 in 5.
People still like it. There's like a shocking statistic of how many people still die in Mount Everest.
No,
every
no,
year.
a ton. But that's why it's literally like a ton of people go, but like 1 in 5 or something, or 1 in 3 die.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
And there's also like no actual trail. There's like a couple ways people say are good ways to go.
And there's camps and such. But
Yeah.
Anyway, accomplishments.
Yeah, and I've not been to Mount Everest.
Accomplishments, honestly. There's my child accomplishments. Like young me was very proud of my Pez collection.
Yes.
Um,
I think old you is also proud of your Pez collection.
I'm not proud of
It's
it
a
as a
good collection.
I'm not proud of it as a collection. I'm just glad I have it. But yeah, there's different stages of life you view different accomplishments.
I am a martial artist black belt. It's one of my favorite life accomplishments.
That's pretty great.
Yeah, took me a while, but I can officially kung fu the crap out of you.
You can, I wear belts and 2 of them are black, so I also have
Yes.
a black belt.
You know what I want one day? One of those giant wrestling belts that you clasp together. You know,
the championship
the
belts.
championship
Yeah.
wrestling belts.
Actually,
I just want to like buy one of those.
it was really in middle
See that?
school.
I did not earn that.
In buy it off the Amazon.
Yes, buy it off like Craigslist.
In middle school, I was upset. There was a tournament for no reason. Like most tournaments, just have trophies or medals or whatever.
Right.
And this one tournament decided that they were going to have this big old belt for first place.
Nice.
And I was like, "That's
Solid.
so cool."
Yeah.
And then I got like 3rd, and I didn't
Oh.
get the belt.
Dang.
And I was like, "Really?"
Yeah.
And one of my friends got the belt. Well, dope.
That's so sad. Belts are cool. You know, my black belt has like gold engraving on it. If I name in like Korean or something.
In Korean.
Pretty rad.
You don't know. It literally could say anything.
What if it was like kick me
It
Korean?
could just be like,
The Grandmaster.
Yeah.
When you go to Korea.
I feel like that's what you should do if you speak a secondary language in America,
Mhm.
and whenever you're using that second language, you should always, and if it's not like Spanish or a common language that a lot of people speak, right? Like if you speak, Japanese or whatever,
Right.
Hindu. Is that the language? That's
Yeah.
not the Hindu's language. Yeah, Hindi, whatever.
Something. Yeah.
Taiwanese.
Gandhi.
Kanji, there we go. And you write stuff with it.
Anyway, yeah.
Wait, Gandhi's the dude.
I know, that's why it's a joke.
Screw you. But you should just write like random slogans and cuss words and
Yeah.
kick me signs
On
on
like
people.
the grand trophies and the
Yeah.
like the hanging arches.
Yeah, like every dojo should have like funny slogans because no one can read it.
You know what else every dojo needs that none of them have anymore? Some guy hidden behind a paper wall with like a flute who can play like a quick riff when the sensei enters, like a
Yes.
like when he comes in, you know?
And it zooms in on just the eyes.
Yeah.
And it goes,
He comes in with like his cloak billowing. Yeah. I mean, come on. Entrances are half the fight.
exits, however.
No, exits are like 10%. Entrances are 50% of the fight.
Exits are a big deal. Because you gotta, right, if you walk out winning, you gotta be like, yeah.
You're just thinking of like football touchdown dances and stuff.
Football, wrestling,
When you
basketball,
come in, you give a loud roar.
jiu-jitsu, anything
team
you
runs it.
win, you have to walk off and be,
No, you just don't know. You just like walk off cool. And look, the explosion is there behind you, and you're not looking. But the entrance, when you like flip in and you like end it Spider-Man style, and they're like, "Hey, the platypus!" You gotta look cool,
fair enough.
so you can foil their Nader.
Now, what if you exit by flipping?
I mean, pretty cool too. Whoa!